And we're live.
And we are.
That was funny. Like as soon as you go, like, oh yeah, move the microphone. Uh, hey, what's up, guys? So we're gonna talk today about how to 10x your Evergreen affiliate promo. So how to make 10 times more money from your Evergreen affiliate an Evergreen affiliate commission. Now, I want to define Evergreen real quick before we actually officially get started, because we're just like like a minute early or so. Um, Evergreen means exactly what you think it is. You think of trees. We're entering that period of time, at least up here in the in the Midwest, where the trees are starting to change colors, and it's gorgeous for like 3 weeks, and then it looks like crap all winter. It's like, where's all the color? There's none except for the evergreen trees. And so in promotions, whether we're talking about your products or affiliate stuff, evergreen means that the product's available 365, 24/7, 365. And it's not a launch. It's not a PLF style launch. There's not an open cart and a closed cart. There's no scarcity, although we'll talk about that. We're going to talk about some ways to create urgency with those evergreen promos. And so I wanted to do this because we just finished promoting Product Launch Formula from Jeff Walker. We love PLF. It's transformed our business. We've learned some amazing stuff. And I love product launches. Like, we love big product launches, right? They're exciting. They have, as an affiliate, they have the contest, they have, kind of the trash talk in the Facebook group, and we're like, everybody's trying to do good stuff. They got big prizes. I've won. I think the first affiliate contest I ever won, it was a cruise. It was like a 10-day cruise. Uh, Really cool. And I've won some amazing trips. I've won a lot of money. I literally won the computer that I'm doing this Facebook Live on. It's like a $3,500 MacBook Pro. I won that in an affiliate contest. I'm like, well, that's going to become my computer. My wife's computer, which is the only like slightly less, it's got like a little bit less RAM, and maybe like a little bit less memory. It's like the only $3,000 MacBook Pro. She got that because of an affiliate contest. So we love it. It's a great way. We've had content. We've had affiliate promotions where we brought in $50,000+ like that. And I gotta be honest, like, seeing that deposit into the account from an affiliate promotion, that's really cool. But
You always
Evergreen
gotta love
offers,
that.
yeah, because it's like boom, 50 grand. I feel like we should have done John Madden there. Hey, boom, big launch.
I don't have money in a bank.
But you don't even, that's the thing. You don't even have to like say anything. You just go, like you have something in your throat and you're choking, and you sound like John Madden. But Evergreen affiliate promos can be super lucrative as well. And so today I'm going to share how to 10x those Evergreen affiliate earnings. First, say hey. I want to say hey to you guys. Say hey, Robbie.
Hi, Robbie. Wait. Hey, Skip. I saw Skip's here. This evergreen stuff is totally for him. It was
Yes. Now
one of
we're
the
talking
reasons we
about
wanted to put this on.
Yeah. We're talking about this from being an affiliate side. Skip is one of our clients in our coaching program. Just as a side note, if you're interested in applying to see if you'd make a good client, just go to youraffiliatelaunchcoach.com/apply. Actually, if you just go to youraffiliatelaunchcoach.com, you can go there and click over there. And you can join Skip and our other clients who are doing awesome stuff. But the things that we're sharing today to be an affiliate will not only apply as an affiliate, but if you're an affiliate manager, if you're running an affiliate program, you can share these tips with your affiliates. And so, hey Noah, hey Skip, let us know where you're joining from. We always love to see that. Also, ask a lot of questions today. Like, that's what we're here for. That's why we do these live. Robbie and I could get on Zoom. We're both virtual. Robbie's in Coeur d'Alene, Idaho, Shelley, and I'm in Fort Wayne, Indiana. So we're what, like, I don't know, 1,800 miles apart roughly. Put that into
More than
Google
that.
Drive.
That's just
Google Drive.
Montana. So
Yeah. Okay. Well, put that into your maps and see how far apart we are.
we're about
But I'm on
2,000 miles apart.
2,000 miles away.
Yeah.
But through the miracle of technology, um, you know, we're able to do this. We could just jump on Zoom and record this and then post it to you guys. We do this live so we can have this interaction, so that we can take your questions as well. Because that way, if there's any parts where there's not clarity for you, we want to address those. And it's so funny. Speaking of technology, one of the things we're doing in our Start Mastermind is we are reading the book Think and Grow Rich together, and it's just I'm listening to this book. This is totally off topic, but I'm listening to this book, and he's talking about radio and the principles of like you using radio. Like this is 1937, I believe, was when it was written.
Yeah.
And I'm going, oh my goodness, like he could literally replace the word radio with internet and it would all be true. He could replace the word radio with TikTok and it would be true. It's so it's an, speaking of Evergreen, that book is Evergreen. And maybe we might read that. I don't know. We might read that with the community. If anybody's interested in going through Think and Grow Rich together, let me know. We're going to do it with our private mastermind for now. So just let me know, shoot me an email and let me know if you're interested in reading that book with us, and maybe we can figure something out there. So we got some cool resources for you today. So make sure to pay attention on how to get those. And there'll be some opportunities for you to get some amazing resources. So the advantages when we think about these time-bound launches, Robbie, these big product launches, the advantages are clear, right? You've got, buzz, right? These product launches, they build buzz because you have
everybody's talking about it.
100 affiliates, 200
email
affiliates,
boxes
1,000 affiliates.
Flooded.
It makes big waves, big splash. It's awesome, right? Secondly, affiliates love contests and prizes. I mean, I love.
I do.
A contest is a way to make extra money. It is competitive. Like affiliates are competitive. Most entrepreneurs are competitive. I mean, like even the people who say I'm not competitive, they're competitive.
Exactly.
You may not be competitive like me when I was like play cards with my parents and I would lose and I'd throw the cards down. You may not be competitive like Michael Jordan. If you've ever seen, we talked about that. Have you seen The Last Dance?
I haven't.
Oh my, dude, you have Netflix, right?
Yes.
Okay.
I had to think about it.
I think it's on. Yeah, it's on Netflix. You have to watch The Last. It was on ESPN. You have to watch it. It is so. It basically takes you through the rise of the Chicago Bulls and then through their last season. And one of the things I learned is like Jordan would bet on anything. He's playing this game, the game where you throw like a quarter and see who can get it closest to the wall without hitting the wall. And we used to do that in golf. When it would be raining or really cold outside, we go into the clubhouse and we would putt, and we'd putt from like 50 feet away. And it was who could get their ball to stop the closest to the wall without hitting the wall. And I mean, I was like in my teens, and I mean, there'd be money floating around. Like there were days where I'd walk away with like 80, $90, days where I'd lose 20 or 30, if you're on, you're going to make some money. So it's like, we love the competition, right? And then the third thing that Jeff Walker talks about is this launch echo. So it's this natural positive effect that launches have on your brand, and those can last a long time. So those are three positives of launches, but the downsides, hey, Teddy, the downside is all the money as an affiliate is confined to a 2 to 3 week window. That's nice. Like we said, I love getting a $50,000 PayPal deposit, but it kind of makes the rest of your year look like crap. Secondly, it's really hard to cut through the noise as an affiliate. As we said, one of the beauties from the merchant's perspective is you've got 400 affiliates emailing and sharing on social media at one time. And if you've ever in this world, if you've ever seen that and kind of gone like, golly, it feels like everybody's promoting it and I'm kind of annoyed. How do you stand out? It's really hard. And then third, if you only do one launch a year, it's hard to take advantage of the launch echo. What good is an echo if people can't buy anything else for a long time? It's kind of like a tree falling in the forest. And so that's why you need evergreen offers.
Right. And we've talked about this in our business too. And it was funny. I was listening to the podcast yesterday as I was mowing the yard, and you mentioned this on the podcast too, how evergreen offers are something that we've doubled down on since the pandemic began, because it creates this floor in your business, right? And the more you can promote these evergreen offers, the more you can raise that floor to cover your monthly costs. And then your launches now become kind of that extra revenue that's all above the line. So it's huge just in creating, predictable income.
And I think I said that in context of, we literally did a big launch, what was supposed to be a big launch for us, on the worst possible day since September 11th, 2011. It was the day that they shut down the NCAA tournament, the NBA, the NHL, Major League Baseball, the PJ Tour. Like it was the day when, this, like, I don't know if you remember, like a few days
Oh,
before.
it was the day everything shut
Yeah,
down, and we were like, "Hey, our cart opened.
yeah,
Anybody?"
I remember asking the Sunday before. I remember, like, somebody posted in a mastermind group that I'm in, and they're like, "Hey, how should we be addressing this pandemic thing?" And I'm like, what are you even talking about? Like, what is corona? Like, I've heard of coronavirus because the common cold is a coronavirus.
Mhm.
But I was like, COVID-19, what the SARS VO2 XWP? What the heck is that? Like, and they're like, yeah, because everybody's freaking out. And I'm like, dude, I went to the mall, not by choice. I was there with other people, but I went to the mall Sunday, and it was like, you're walking like this, it was packed. What are you talking about? Thursday, the world shut down. The United States shut down. Like, that's how quick it happened. So we launched on the worst possible day of 2 decades, and so we didn't have a choice. If we were going to make up that revenue, we had to get very creative. We had to start really focusing on Evergreen. And so I know for us, it was a decision to, like, okay, not only make up for it now so that we get to the winter and don't have to go into hibernation mode,
Yeah.
but also, who's to say that 3 years from now, I mean, I hope this doesn't happen, but there could be something like that again, where it's just, we picked the wrong day. We picked the day that, something happens in the news that just murders our launch. Right.
Right.
So today I'm going to share at least 7 ways to take advantage of Evergreen offers. These are both for affiliates and product owners and affiliate managers. Skip. So affiliates, use these tips. Product owners, affiliate managers, share these with your affiliates. So before I do, I have something super awesome for you. If you haven't claimed it yet, and if you have claimed it, I want you to tell everyone
Good for
how
you.
awesome. I attended a
Oh,
mastermind recently. Am I there?
you're
Sorry, I
back.
got like an internet issue that just popped up. Okay, cool. So anyway, I went to this mastermind recently with Pete Vargas. We did it all on Zoom. There's, I don't know, 50 or 60 of us on there. Guys like Jack Canfield, Dean Graziosi, Chandler Bolt. I mean, just like Todd Herman, some amazing people on. Jenna Kuchar was another one. She dropped some serious knowledge bombs on there. And one of the things that I did was I put together all of my takeaways. I don't know, Robbie, I don't know if you've seen this, but it's like a 14, 15-page doc.
I've got it saved on my computer, actually.
I've got screenshots. I've got, all kinds of amazing stuff in there. If you want my takeaways from this mastermind with some of the top internet marketers in the world, just text me. Just text the word mastermind takeaways. Full disclosure, when you text this and then add me to your contacts, it's an automated thing. I'm not literally going to, like,
He's not going to stop the Facebook Live to text you.
I'm not going to text. It'll automatically text you back, but just text me at 260-217-4619. Then once we get past the automated stuff, we actually can interact via text, which is,
and that's all Matt. He's actually doing this. I don't have anything to do with it. Nobody on our team touches it. Text messaging isn't my thing, but that's yours.
It isn't. So anyway, the number is 260-217-4619. Just text the phrase mastermind takeaways. And in fact, Robbie will copy and paste that in the chat for you guys. You can literally copy and paste it. Okay, so let's dive into how to 10x your Evergreen affiliate earnings. Number one, product reviews. Okay, these are Evergreen. Again, the cool thing is, you write a product review today, it stays forever. This is simply a personal endorsement of a product. Now, this only works, of course, if you've actually used the product. You cannot endorse a product that you have not used. Can you write a review of something you haven't used? Absolutely, as long as you disclose that. So let me share the formula for a good product review. There's 5 parts here. I'm not going to dive deep into these because I'm going to share in a moment how to get a guide that'll walk you through this. Number one, share where you were before you used the product. Okay, so before I worked with Alan Thomas, I weighed 286 pounds and had no energy. Okay. Then you share where you are now. Today, I'm under 230 pounds, and that's including putting on about 34 pounds of muscle. So I would weigh 196, but that's a whole different story. And I feel great. I have more energy, and I can run 5 miles, and my heart rate never gets above 150 beats a minute. So like I feel great. Then I share how I got there. Boom, 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 and I talk about the process of getting there. I used this product, and not really a product, but I used this service. In this case. Then a reminder of where you were before the product and where you are now as a result of using it. That's a big key. And then at the end, an exclusive bonus. Okay, so Robbie's going to drop a link in the chat to access. I wrote a post, I don't know, a couple years ago about how to put together a bonus package. And this is important because when people are reading this product review, there needs to be something on there that makes them go, okay, not just, oh, that's a great product, I'll go buy it on Amazon, or that's a great product, I'll go back and buy it through somebody's email. That's a great product, I saw an ad on Facebook, I'll just click on that. Or I've got the sales page pulled up, I'll just go over there to that tab. You need to have something on there that makes them go, oh my gosh, I have to click this person's affiliate link. I have to click on it.
I'll tell you from experience, that works. I did that in promoting Best Year Ever, and actually it was a case study that we have in our membership.
Oh yeah,
all about how bonuses
before you worked with us. Yeah
it is, yeah, back when I didn't have as much hair, but but yeah, I think I might have even had a shaved head at that time, but anyway, it made a huge difference.
Didn't have as much hair here.
Just having
you
this bonus
like you were 12.
Yeah.
13 in fact. Yeah.
But that bonus page, I know a couple of the people who bought from me specifically said these bonuses, because they applied directly to them, they helped them. It was what moved the needle, what got them across the finish line. So
sorry, I just realized that my water bottle, this one here that I've got my extra water in, it had like a little bit of leftover. I make a homemade sports drink when I run, and I had a little bit left over, I guess. I'm like, the water tastes like lime and cherry. I was not expecting this because I did not put, but I guess it had like a remnant of it anyway. So if you want the full guide on how to write a product review, and I highly recommend getting this, in my opinion, it's the best guide, on planet Earth for writing one. It has helped us tremendously. We basically just share how to do what we do. Just type Evergreen promos. So all you got to do is just type Evergreen promos. We're going to send you a message that's got the free guide. This is like an insanely comprehensive guide. Okay. So I don't have time to go into it. Like, this will walk you through step by step. Let me just give you a couple of highlights real quick. So a good product review will contain the following elements in the how you got there part. So we talked about where you were. That's a personal story. But in the how you got there part, you want to have an overview of the product. Okay, just a quick overview. You want to have a part on who the product is for. Okay, that's important. You want to say this is for authors, coaches, podcasters, YouTubers, bloggers, whatever. You want to have a part where it says who this is not for. This is not for people who don't have 3 hours a week to commit to the course. This is not for people who don't have, who don't have internet access. This is not for people who aren't willing to invest, a certain amount of money. Or maybe this is not for people who can't commit to, at least 3 hours a week of exercise, something like that, right? Then you want to have a what's inside section. So this is literally the part where it just says, this is what you get. You get 4 workbooks, 7 video lessons, a monthly Q&A, and it's kind of the tech specs part of it. And then a detailed look at one part. Okay. So when we're listing out those tech specs, and it just says you get 7 workbooks, it can make people go like that. But then you find one part, get permission first, and say, hey, can I just share maybe one screenshot from the course? Can I just share one example of can I take a picture of one of the pages in the workbook and show it? And then if there's various options, so if there's a VIP version, an independent study, and a platinum version, if there's any way for people to upgrade, explain what those mean. So again, type in Evergreen promos like I see you, Olga and Steve, Tamara or Tamara. Let me know how you pronounce that. I always like to know. I probably will forget, just being honest, but I'm going to try to remember. Calypso, Barry, Teddy, Barbara, Pat, Janet. They all typed Evergreen promos. Do that. We'll send you this guide. Plus, there's a bonus that I haven't even gotten to yet. So everyone needs that guide. Like, it is that good. I'm telling you, you got to get this guide about how to do product reviews. Robbie, you've actually kind of taken over some of that. You basically use the guide, right?
Exactly. Yeah, I walk through the guide just step by step every time, like it's a checklist.
Yeah.
And as we manage it, we go through and we just say, okay, we need this. Who's it for? Who's it not for? Like, we just follow the process.
Yeah. And I love that because it's like you have access to me. And okay, thank you, Tamara. Like camera. Good. I was right. Or did I say Tamara? I don't remember what I said. You have access to me. And my answer anytime if you were to ask me like how do I write a review post, I'd be like, yeah, just go read the PDF that we give away for free. Melanie, make sure you take out that Y in you accidentally typed Evergreen. It probably like auto corrected. So type that again and we'll send that guide to you. So again, product reviews. Number 2, your email autoresponders. Okay. Somewhere in your email autoresponder sequence, introduce your audience to affiliate offers. I kind of recommend just doing this after about 30 days, just sporadically introducing tools to your audience that they could use using, Evergreen offers. So these could be one-off things that just go out at day 30 and day 60 and day 90. Now, these are beneficial for 3 reasons. Number 1, they're sent at a specific time in your sequence that is ideal for that product. And so if in your sequence on day 27, I'm going to make up an example here, Robbie. So let's say this doesn't exist in our thing, but on day 27, we talk about list building and I give them some tips in day 27. And then day 29, we talk about how to create an autoresponder. On day 31, we would recommend the tool. We would talk about ConvertKit. Secondly, they warm up your audience for future launches, for those big promos. So we'll talk about those little things and introduce them to products that can get them going. And then they fill a gap in your product offerings or services. So in your automation sequence, if you reach a point where you just don't have anything to offer, or there's a gap to get them from offer A to offer B, but you got to fill that gap. One of the best examples of that is we show you how to find affiliates. We have a course for that. It's called Find Affiliates Now. Then we have, see, that's what happens when I put my lighting too close to me. I hit the light. Robbie, sorry, total ADD moment. But Robbie and I were talking about this before because I'm wearing glasses, so I don't have the brighter lights coming at me this way because then all you would see is reflection. I have the dimmer lights coming at me here. These lights are like, I mean, I don't even have to stretch my arm out very far and I'm hitting the light. So anyway, but to get them from that course to the future course, they have to set up their affiliate program. And we have tools that we recommend to do that. And so, I mean, you can dedicate an entire email or a series of emails, just, mention the offers in the course of other messages. Either way, this works great. To answer your question, Gwen, why does Matt have a tan? I don't know. We were talking about that before we left. I'm like, Robbie was like, Orange Man bad. No, I don't know why I'm tan. I have literally no idea. I didn't even, yeah, I don't know. Maybe I'm eating a lot of carrots. No, not really. Yeah, I don't know. So anyway, so Robbie, you're the one that sets up our automation sequences. Is there anything people need to look out for here? I mean, anything they need to know about this? It's not really that complicated, but
No, it's fairly simple. Like, you write the email. The big idea here would be use the pretty link that you create, and put your pretty link as your affiliate link as a pretty link into your emails. That way, if you ever have to change it in the future, it's just change it in one place and it changes everywhere. But that's about it. It's kind of like the old set it and forget it.
The Ronco rotisserie cooker. Do you remember those?
Exactly.
Yeah, just set it and forget it. Gwen thinks it's the new soft lighting that makes me look like I have such a. Maybe it is. I have no idea. I'll definitely be using this lighting in the winter when I start looking pasty. Yeah, come before we go to Florida. So like come like right after the new year, I am like I cannot wear this shirt because then you would just not. It would just be like one big. It would like you would see hair if I were wearing glasses. You would see glasses, and you would see my mouth moving, and then nothing else. So, Rom Pompeii. Yep, that's right. All right, number 3 evergreen strategy is banner ads. Now, these don't work as well as they did, 15 years ago. Okay. Uh, Sidebar banner ads still work though. We don't all, there's this thing called banner blindness. We don't see banner ads anymore. Yes, we do. We see them less. They are not as effective, but they still work. The key, just make sure you're keeping them fresh. Okay. So look at your banners and every couple of weeks, go in and rotate them. If you have, uh, let's say you have 10 companies that you promote Evergreen, then, every 2 weeks, just go in and go A, B, C, D, and cycle through them. There are plugins that you can use. I don't have any recommendations because I haven't used one in a while. There are plugins you can use that will just automatically rotate them. And it'll rotate them on a time schedule, or it'll rotate them on a like every visit. So every time somebody visits your site, there's going to be a different ad right there. So definitely use banner ads. This is a way, unlike sending a dedicated email. You send a dedicated email and 100 people open it, you might make $1,000 in affiliate commissions. Just as an example, if 100 people see the banner ad, you might make $10 in affiliate commissions. But if you get enough people seeing the banner ads over time, banner ads alone can make you thousands of dollars a month. Okay, what if it's only a couple of $100? What if you make $200 a month from banner ads? That's $2,500 at the end of the year almost. That's not bad for something that you literally, again, set and forget. That's the cool part about these. Number 4 is just link to offers and post. If you're like us, you release content twice a week, then you have at least one opportunity every single month to mention a product and link to it, or link to the review that you did. So if you're
And
just
on that, I'm just going to pause real quick.
yeah.
Looks like we're having an issue with the autoresponder. So
Uh-oh.
if you typed Evergreen promos, go ahead and type it again. Everything should be fixed now, and you should get those links all about setting up those reviews, which you can send to your resources page, which you can send to all those things. So
Okay.
links should be coming.
Yeah. And if you're just joining us, again, sorry, there was an issue there. Type Evergreen promos and we'll send you our guide on writing effective product reviews. I want to go back to product reviews actually, because I just realized one of the things that we talk about, the biggest thing is that you rank. That when somebody searches for that product, you're showing up on the first 5 pages or first 5 listings, not first 5 pages of Google. Okay. We show you how to do that in this guide. We show you how to rank. We show you how to make them effective. So sorry for the issue. Type Evergreen promos. We will send you that guide and another guide that we're going to talk about in a little. These are both free, by the way. So there'll be 2 links and you'll get that guide. So if you're writing a post, we're talking about linking to offers and posts here. You reference a product, then link to it using an affiliate link. If you reference a person, then link to them, link to their product. If you quote a book, if I said, well, let me just find a quote here, as David Schwartz says in The Magic of Thinking Big, don't build mental monsters, refuse to withdraw. Why am I using this voice? I have no idea.
That's your reading voice.
I should sound English and really loud. Don't build mental monsters. This is terrible English voice. I can't get through this. Refuse to withdraw the unpleasant thoughts from your memory bank. If I quoted that, why would I not link to my Amazon link and make 38 cents? I'm not going to make a ton, but I'm going to make something. There's literally no reason. If you mention a product, link to it. Mention a person, link to it. So definitely make sure you're linking constantly. If you talk about a thing in a podcast. So if all I did was quote him in a podcast. And of course, I would use that voice again. If I said, refuse to talk about your health, the more you talk about an ailment, even the common cold, the worse it seems to get. And I quoted that in podcast. And by the way, I highly recommend, we'll just do it here. I don't have a link. I don't have a link for this book though, Robbie. So we could just create one real quick. No, I mean, like I do highly recommend the book. As you can see, based on where my highlighter is, I'm currently about to start chapter 4 in my second or third reading of the book. But I mentioned Think and Grow Rich earlier, right? And it's like, hey, by the way, if you want to grab a copy, use my affiliate link. It'll be in the show notes. If you're doing a podcast, you can't like link directly to it like you can in a blog post. This also works on products that aren't evergreen. So again, this isn't just about products that are evergreen. It's about your evergreen stuff. If I mention product launch formula, like we talked about earlier, then I would say, hey, by the way, Jeff does a masterclass. It's only once a year, but you want to get on the waiting list, go to mattmcwilliams.com/PLM and you can register for his product launch masterclass. It won't be for another 11 months, but you can go ahead and get on the waiting list. And that'll tie back to me and, I'll get an affiliate commission down the road. All right, strategy number 5. And yes, I love, Gwen, that you are identified as a top fan. Is that a polite way of letting people know that I'm stalking Matt?
Most definitely.
Yep, it is. Sorry, I just saw that. I'm like, that's funny. Remind me to change my phone number. Gwen's in our mastermind, so we spend every week together. And Gwen is one of those rare people who, does have my personal cell phone number because she's in our mastermind, and people in our mastermind are super awesome and special, so they get special access. Okay, number 5, podcast interviews. If you have a podcast, we're doing this whole series on podcasts right now, your audience is always growing. So there's new people listening every day. And often what we find, I look at the stats. I'm on episode, Robbie, I think we just released episode 372.
Mm-hmm.
Crap. 372 episodes. That's a lot. So we're on episode 372. The very first episode last month had over 100 downloads. Like that was 4 years ago. We're going back. So I was curious, are they just going back to just listen to the first thing because they're new? We have over 100 new people clearly, and they're going back to listen to the first one. So I just picked like a couple of random episodes. I picked like episode 84, I think, and like episode 137. And both of them had over 75 downloads last month. Those episodes are more than 2 and 3 years old, respectively. It's crazy. People go back.
It's a much younger Matt they're listening to.
It's evergreen. Yeah. I had a much higher voice back then. Sounded like Mickey Mouse, apparently. Yeah, I mean, so if you interview a product owner, make sure you set up an evergreen link that you can mention. And so what I do is I will go, when I record that episode, I will go back. I every now and again forget to do this, and it's frustrating. We got to work this into our workflow. So I'm interviewing so-and-so. They've got a big launch coming up. Yeah, blah, blah, blah. I'll go in and record a quick outro at the end and say, hey, listen, Stu's masterclass is not available right now. But if you go to the link, you'll be on the wait list and you can get in for future masterclasses. So hope you do. Bye. Something like that. And so you just set up a pretty link. Again, like Robbie talked about. You set up a pretty link, so mattmcwilliams.com/Stu, and I can go in and change that anytime. And then it redirects to a functional page that, we can make some passive income on. So just interview people for your podcast. If you don't think you can get good podcast guests, okay, if you don't think you can get good podcast guests, think again. I had some absolutely amazing podcast guests when I had my old podcast. I only had like 300 downloads. Okay. I had like 300 downloads. I had no business getting people like Mark Sieverkrop. No, I'm just kidding. No, I had no business getting guests. I mean, some of the guests that I had on that show, just trying to think. I mean, I had Ray Edwards before he was a client. I had John G. Miller, who sold over 1 million books. John Maxwell.
Did you have John Maxwell? Yeah. Like,
Who else? I mean, I'm trying to think of some of the people I had on that show that I had no business getting, but I knew how to get them. So, like I said, we're doing this entire series. The last episode drops tomorrow. The first episode is all about getting A-list podcast guests. This isn't about how I get A-list podcast guests now. We've got Seth Godin coming up. I've had, Stu McLaren, Ryan Levesque, like amazing people in our industry. They're pretty easy for me to get now because I just text Stu and say, hey, can we do a podcast episode? And he says yes, and we do a podcast episode. But how did I get him when I literally didn't know anybody and had no business? I share how to do it in that episode, how to get on podcasts, how to grow your list using podcasts. It's like, that's important. I'll be on, roughly, 150 to 200 podcasts this year. How? Because of what I share in this episode. Most of those people, I really don't like the time that I got on them. Maybe not now, but at the time I got on some of these podcasts back in the day, I didn't have any business being on them. I was on Entrepreneur on Fire before I had maybe like 10 people in my audience, how to be a podcast
you were on
guest.
fire with those 10.
Yeah. How to be a podcast guest, because getting on a podcast is one thing. Turning that podcast episode into hundreds or thousands of subscribers is a whole new thing. How to monetize your podcast with affiliate marketing. That's the 4th episode. And the last episode that drops tomorrow is how to use a podcast to grow your business. So if you just go to mattmcwilliams.com/podcast, just look for the recent 4 episodes. Make sure you subscribe, by the way. You don't want to miss any episodes. So just pick your favorite podcast player. Thank you.
I'll put it this way. Because, I work for you and I listen to you talk enough, but I still do listen to the podcast.
I'm amazed by that. I am absolutely blown away by that. And I think it's smart because, you pick there. The podcast has some, like everything we do has, 60, 70% of the content's exclusive. The
Right.
podcast has a lot of content that like we just don't talk about. I don't talk about it with clients. I don't talk about here on Facebook Lives. I don't blog about it. So there's a lot of that. So it makes sense. Like I'm glad you do because you pick up on some things, and there's something about it. Like I don't know what it is about our podcast, but it's kind of like the Facebook Live. It just brings out a different side of me than
it does. Yeah.
Natural conversation. So. Gwen says, seriously, I rarely listen to podcasts, but Matt's are great. Love the guests and the tips. And so go to mattmcwilliams.com/podcast, listen to the most recent episodes, look for tomorrow's because it's awesome. And then make sure you just subscribe. So if you're an Apple Podcast, Spotify, TuneIn, one of the Apple, we're on Amazon Music now, by the way, which is really cool. I have no idea how that happened, but we are. It just kind of happened. Amazon was like, you're on Amazon Music. I'm like, awesome. So, all right.
Thanks.
Number 6, your resources page. Talk about if there is a dead horse in our content, it is resources pages. Why am I going to beat said dead horse? This is a very violent Facebook Live all of a sudden. I'm hoping this doesn't get flagged.
At least it's already done.
It's going to be inappropriate.
You're not harming the horse.
It's still kind
of. It's
of
already dead.
Yeah. Okay. So we'll stop beating the dead horse. If you have a resources page, I know for us, it's our fourth most visited page on my website. We've got the homepage, our about page, and our work with me page. It is the 4th most visited page. Actually, I think it might be 3rd now.
3rd on mine.
Okay. So I think it might be 3rd. That's a lot of people. When you have a platform, you have 2 big things. You have trust and you have credibility. And I know that can be difficult for people. Maybe you're like, but I don't, I'm not the expert. I'm not the world's leading expert. Your audience thinks you are. They think that's why they subscribed. They gave up one of their most valuable assets, which is their email list or their email address. They don't just give that to everybody. They gave it to you. So they trust you.
Well, they trust you. Yeah.
They believe you. They believe you are an expert. So
I'll put it this way too. Like, think about it. People ask you all the time, like, what lamps do you recommend for your Like, you're not a lamp expert. You're the affiliate guy. What microphone
I
do
know,
you
man.
use? Like,
Yeah.
yeah, exactly. But
I
yet you can
recommend I
recommend those
recommend these
things,
lights that are 6 feet from me right now, and I
and
hit.
people trust that recommendation.
Yeah. Um, I mean, people listen to you. They listen to your recommendations. So use that to your advantage. Okay. Link to affiliate offers as a part of your recommendations. This page, our toolbox page, our resources page has made us so literally over $100,000 a year since it was created 5 years ago. I mean, every year it brings in just consistent recurring revenue. And so,
And every month it only takes us, takes me less than a half an hour to
minutes.
add any updates we need. And then it's there for the next year.
Most years it takes us 2 hours, maybe 3 hours to update
Yeah.
it. So guys, what I teach is a byproduct of what I do. Okay. It's a byproduct of what I test. It's a byproduct of my experiments. Since this worked so well for us, and I know many of you have this report, we put together a report on how to create a resources page. If you've already got the ultimate guide to creating a resources page, just tell people how awesome it is real quick. Okay. But again, some of you already know this. If you type Evergreen promos, not only am I going to send you the guide on product reviews that we talked about earlier, I'm going to send you a link to get the ultimate guide to creating a resources page. Okay, it'll just send right to you. This report shows you how to build a resources page. Okay, shares what a resources page is and what it isn't, because there's a lot of misconceptions about what a resources page is. People think, oh, it's just a list of links. No, it's not. Oh, it's just, it's like just the top tools. No, there's more to it. It shares why this is the third or fourth most visited page on my website, and why it's the most profitable by far. It shares how a resources page works. Share what mistakes to avoid. Like, we're hearing amazing things about this. So, like, we share the 5 keys. We walk you through step by step how to create a great resources page. It's 100% free. Okay. We spent more than 30 hours, my team and I, on doing all the research, putting together this report for you. So again, just type Evergreen promos. You'll get this guide and that guide that we talked about earlier on how to write a product review. Both of those together are literally at least a few $1,000s a month ideas. And
And
so,
even beyond that, I would say that the best thing about the resources page is it is perfect for you if you're brand new or if you're experienced. Like, this is a whole
yeah.
revenue stream that you can drop into your business overnight.
And I just want to touch on something because Tamara just dropped a comment.
Yep.
If you could put that up, Robbie, your Hydro Flask link needs to be updated on your resources pages. So here's the thing: Robbie follows what we teach, like
There
on
we
his own
go.
website. And here's the cool thing about it:
I'll make a note of that.
he might have that link in 74 locations. He might have talked about it on a video.
Yep.
He might have blogged about it, and it's on his resources page. And he talked about it here, and there. But because he uses a pretty link, he'll go change it in one place. It changes everywhere. And if they change the link on him in 2 years, changes it in one place, boom. And so this report, guys, I mean, we studied dozens of pages. We created our own. We stole from people. We learned. We made some mistakes. We learned from them. You don't have to make those mistakes. So grab the report. Do like Shannon and Janet and so many people earlier did. I know I saw all of you, Melanie and Gwen and Skip and Olga and the others. Just type in Evergreen promos. We'll send you that report. Number 7, way strategy for boosting your Evergreen affiliate sales is social media. Okay. As much as we love email, we talked about this last week. You can't email your list like every week about the same product. You can email them about something every week. I don't recommend every single week, but just about every week, about every 2 weeks, you certainly can. You can mention it every week or so on social media, especially we're talking like Twitter. You can mention the same product 3 times a week, 4 times a week, 5 times a week.
Every 15 minutes.
If you don't get that joke, watch last week's Facebook Live, okay? So we shared some of the top ways to promote affiliate offers on social media. And that's where that little joke from Ravi came in. But we shared, like, so periodically just work affiliate offers. We talked about last week about, making sure, like, do the free opt-ins, right? I mean, do them, gosh, I mean, If you did one, so again, we talked about every 15 minutes, it's 96 posts a day. That's not too much on Twitter. Okay. If you did 5 things a day that you were selling, they were affiliate links, that's only 5% of your stuff. It's almost nothing, right? So we recommended tools. Robbie will drop that link so you can watch that Facebook Live. Go save that and watch it. We share all the secrets about doing social media with affiliate offers. So you definitely want to use social media. Okay, definitely. And then number 8, I said we had at least 7. I'm going to share an 8th one here real quick.
Matt struggles with counting, but we're going to give you extra.
Oh, it's a bonus because I talked about creating urgency.
Yeah.
But I didn't really tie that to any of the specifics. I'm like, well, let's just do it as an 8th one. As I mentioned earlier, one of the advantages to launches is that they create this buzz, right? There's urgency, there's scarcity. If you have a launch, Jeff Walker's cart closed on Friday, September 17th or whatever it was, you can't get in after that. Like, that's urgency, that's scarcity. These are valid ways to induce people to buy now. So how do you create urgency with Evergreen offers? Because you can, I keep going back to it. Gosh, man, I feel like you can buy Pat Flynn's Switch Pod 24/7, 365. It's right here because I'm in the studio, so it's always here.
Yep, I got mine.
You can buy this book 24/7, 365. You can buy this microphone. You can buy my light kit, most of the stuff on my toolbox page. If you want to see a good resources page, ours is pretty good because we stole from all the best. So just go to mattmcwilliams.com/toolbox. If you want to buy those things, they're available 24/7, 365. So how do you create urgency? Well, number 1, don't lie. I think that's not even number 1.
This book is only available today.
Yeah, let's
and tomorrow and forever.
Don't be unethical. At least I don't want to be unethical. I want to be honest. So that's for me. I'm not judging anybody. I'm just saying, I believe you should be honest, right? I hope we can all agree. I don't know, type the word honest if you're just honest, and you type yes or whatever. It's only good for me and my conscience. It's good for the industry as well. Okay. There are a few bad apples. I don't know if you guys know, there's some bad apples in the internet marketing industry. Here's the deal. I know 400 or 500 probably of the top internet marketers in the world. I've broken bread with them. I've hung out with them. I've been to their houses. I've, whatever. I've personally never met a bad apple. Maybe 1/100% are bad apples. Okay. And they really mess it up for the rest of us because they're the ones that get the attention. Business Insider, Newsweek, Forbes, Fortune, Fast Company Inc. Do they write an article about the guy? Do they write an article about the guy who just does things right? Or do they write about the guy who got arrested? They write about the guy who got arrested. And so it ends up standing out. It ends up standing out. I know I'm going on a rant here, but I want to have integrity, okay? But I also want to have some urgency. So you can't say that this offer ends at midnight. This product is no longer for sale if it's for sale 365 days a year, 24/7, right? So there's really only 2 ways you can create urgency with Evergreen offers. Number 1, not my favorite one, but offer a discount code, okay? If you can get the product creator to give you a discount code that has an expiration date, and maybe you cycle through that, and then again, this is where honesty comes in. I'll give you an example. With No Product, No Problem, product plug, with No Product, No Problem, I honestly said in our last launch, we only launch this once a year. And as a matter of fact, we haven't launched it in about 15 months, and it's going to be a while. We'll let you know. We'll almost go 2 years without launching that product. And so when I told them, you will not be able to get this course for a full year, I was being completely honest. When we did, another one of our courses, I told them, this will not be available for at least a few months. I didn't know how long it would be at that time. So I went with the safe one, which is I know it's going to be more than 3 months. Turns out it ended up being more than that. I don't like discount codes because I think they cheapen the product, but they are a way to create scarcity. And I'm not talking about like everyday products, like a $5 off toilet paper, and I don't really care, whatever. That's not a big deal. But in the world that I play in, like I just, we're talking like digital products and stuff. Like if somebody's gonna create a course and they're going to put 30 hours of content, they're going to put their life's learning into this, they're going to put 13 years, like, again, no product, no problem, it's 15 years of experience that I have in this industry. I don't want to give you a discount. So for me, no discounts, but it is a way to create scarcity and urgency, that you can say the discount ends at midnight tonight. And so you do that, you cycle through that once every quarter, and you say this discount goes away at midnight, and I don't know when it's going to be available again, because you probably don't. And maybe you have different discounts. Maybe it's, right now you work with the product creator and you have a 20% off your entire order. And then in 3 months, it's, 30% off orders of $300 or more. That's a different discount. And then you have, just $15 off orders of $50 or more. Well, that's a different discount. Things like that. Maybe sometimes it's a deeper discount off specific products. And then you can honestly say, if you buy tomorrow, you will pay $100 more. It's perfectly legit. Again, I just don't prefer them. So discounts are one way. Number two, we touched on this earlier a little bit, but bonuses. Okay. What I mean is that you can promote an evergreen offer. You can have it on your resources page and stuff like that. Which, again, if you want to get that guide, just type Evergreen promos. We'll send you the guide on how to create a resources page and the guide on writing review posts. You have the product on your resources page year round, but for 1 week, 2 weeks, a year, or every half year, you run a heavy promo where you email half a dozen times or more in a single week, and you say, I've got this bonus package. So if you buy I'm trying to think here. If you buy this an affiliate management software, we recommend a thing called iDev, right? If you buy that right now, this doesn't actually exist, for the record. So, don't like go buy iDev and then say, hey, Matt, give me this stuff. This doesn't, I'm just making this up on the fly. If you buy iDev through my link between now and October 8th, you're going to get access to an exclusive training where I show you how to work with affiliates. Now, I typically charge, $2,500 an hour for that kind of consulting. If we were in person for this information, we're going to do an, exclusive online training. If we were in person, I'd charge, I don't know, at least $2,500 to attend, but I'm going to talk about how to get affiliates, how to work with them, et cetera, right? And then I'm going to include something else. You're going to get this and this too, some of my templates and copy and yada, yada. This total package is worth $4,000. Well, once a year, I'm going to run a 5-day launch, basically. And if you buy that 5-day window, you get this package. This is what you get when you buy. This package ends at midnight on Thursday night. So you just create bonuses. You make them limited time. And then you get to be honest. You get to have integrity, right? This offer goes away. I will put in the copy. iDev's available 24/7, 365. But this offer goes away Thursday. Mm-hmm. You get to be you get to be honest and have integrity, and you get to be effective, and you have a deadline, because nothing moves people like a deadline. Some people get tired of me saying that. Gwen, I know you've heard me say it a million times. Nothing, and every time I say it, I do this. Nothing moves people like a deadline. I usually don't just keep going, but I'm just going to keep going until my left hand gets tired or my right hand gets tired. I'm going to have Tony Robbins hands before long, and next thing you know, I'm going to come on a Facebook Live clapping like this. Nothing moves people like a deadline. All right, so that's how you promote evergreen offers. Still have that urgency. So to recap, 8 ways, not 7 as promised, 8 ways to 10x your evergreen affiliate earnings. Number 1, product review posts. Get them ranked. Get the guide. Type evergreen promos, and I'm going to send you the free guide on how that gets ranked. You got to show up on Google. You got to get ranked, but that people read and they stick on and they convert on. I'm going to show you how to do that in this guide. Okay, totally free. Number 2, email autoresponders. Set up that email autoresponder. We recommend using something like ConvertKit. Okay, mattmcwilliams.com/ConvertKit. By the way, did you see what I just did there? I did number 4. I'll just skip to number 4. Mention links in your post or in your content. Right there. It fit. We're talking about email autoresponders. So I recommend using ConvertKit. Why? Because every other system that we've ever used, their autoresponders, I'm not going to go far and say that I'm not going to say they suck, but I'm not going to not say that
There
they
were
don't
difficulties that we had to overcome.
Yeah. Wait, what did I say? I'm not going to not say that they don't not suck. They are less ideal than ConvertKit. So check out ConvertKit, mattmcwilliams.com/ConvertKit. And by the way, speaking of, okay, now I'm like skipping around here. And there's no urgency to this, but when you buy ConvertKit through us and you email us your receipt, we'll send you Robbie's training on how to use ConvertKit. I had to actually set this stuff up, so it's really cool. Okay, so number 2, email autoresponders. Number 3, banner ads. Yes, they still do work. Number 4, I just talked about it. Link to offers. When you mention a product that fits, link to it. Set up those links that you can easily remember. Why do I know that it's mattmcwilliams.com/ConvertKit? Because that just makes sense. Why do I know that my link for the book Influence is mattmcwilliams.com/influence? Because duh. mattmcwilliams.com/ClickFunnels? Because, obviously, right? Very few of them are anything complicated. I mean, mattmcwilliams.com/PLM for Product Launch Masterclass. Why? Because it's a lot less letters than /Product Launch Masterclass. Number 5, podcast interviews. Yeah, we dropped the link. We got a whole series going on right now. mattmcwilliams.com/podcast. Just go listen to how to get on podcasts and how to get podcast guests, right? Listen to that whole series that's going on right now. Number 6, resources pages. Again, type Evergreen promos. One of the things you'll get is my free ultimate guide to resources pages. Number 7, social media. Use your social media. We watched last week's live. I covered all of the details in that. And number 8, create urgency with time-bound discounts or coupons, or better yet, with bonuses. I recommend the bonuses, not the discounts. It's, again, just depends on the product. Like cheaper products, more household items, sure. Coupons, discounts works just great. So that's it, guys. Make sure you type in Evergreen promos. And if you're watching this not live, you're not as cool as the people who watched it live.
He went there.
Yeah, I did. No, you're awesome. You're awesome. So, Robbie, I think we answered all the questions as we went along.
I think we did, yeah.
Cool. All right. So if anybody has any last questions as we wrap up, please type them really, 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 really fast, because we're going to end this soon because I'm hungry. And so there you go, Gwen. You typed them all there. Congratulations. That's awesome. Yeah. So guys, thank you for being here. You guys are awesome. Thank you for the good questions that you asked along the way. Thank you for playing along, participating, and get out there. Pick one of these 8 things. I would recommend the review post or
I would recommend the resources page.
Yeah, I recommend one of those 2. Start with that. Okay, start with that, and then spend a couple weeks really nailing that down. Come back and say, hey, I'm going to work something into my email autoresponder. I'm going to put up a banner ad. I'm going to link. I'm going to just. Here's a. Oh, okay. I didn't even say this. One of the easiest ways. Go back through your old posts real quick. I'm not saying do this first, especially if you have a VA, so you don't have to do that yourself. But go back through your old posts. Look for things that you've mentioned that you haven't linked to, and just change it to an affiliate. Link to it. Change it to an affiliate link. Or maybe you linked to something that wasn't an affiliate link. You just linked to their homepage. You linked to their whatever page. Go change it to an affiliate link. If you've done podcast interviews and you didn't link to an affiliate link, link to an affiliate link. So pick one that makes sense for you. Then you can work your way through all 8 of these. With that, we'll wrap up, and we will see you guys soon. Again, we'll see you next Thursday. Bye.
See ya.